As we conclude Nelson Mandela Month, tens of thousands of South Africans participated in activities to either lend a helping hand or revive the spirit of African heritage, preserving the values of uBuntu. The Revelation Spiritual Home observed a moment of spirituality. This was through their annual pilgrimage to the Clocolan Mountain in the Free State. Now, thousands of pilgrims embarked on this journey to reconnect with their spiritual heritage through teachings, practices, and revelations. We're now joined by Imboni Dr. uZwi-Lezwe Radebe, the founder and spiritual guide of the institution, for more insights on this pilgrimage. So thank you so much for your time, Dr. Radebe. So what is the significance of the annual pilgrimage spiritual journey?
Morning, influential morning to your viewers as well. Thank you for having us. I just want to quickly quote a study done by Shelley Duploy. It says that pilgrimage to sacred sites in the Eastern Free State. Now here, she deals with few issues. She speaks about how spiritual pilgrimages, especially on the mountains of Free State, have had a very good impact on people in terms of them finding their spiritual identities, those who are disorientated, etc., etc. So ours is very, very similar, and we agree with this study because on that mountains, people go there once a year in the spiritual pilgrimage to go and connect with their spiritual roots and also to find their spiritual identity. And though it's not just to go to that mountain randomly, I was shown myself by my spiritual guides that mountain. And it simply collaborated with a research that was done of the prophetess Inaba of the Basotho people, who was a uZwi, who prophesied 110 years ago and said that a uZwi will find those mountains of hers 110 years after. And she described me, and even researchers in the province confirmed that what she spoke about suited me. So that's why now we always go there once a year to go and reconnect with our spirituality.
And as a leader and spiritual guide of over 3 million followers with thousands partaking in the annual pilgrimage, what is the key message to this year's spiritual journey?
Similar to even what the study says, our journey and our main core message this year was about spiritual identity. You spoke about heritage. Many Africans would know their heritage. Some would even know their traditional, tribal identities. But what is missing is their spiritual identity. And because of that, they've lost their spiritual identity. They are now connecting to any kind of religion, any kind of a spiritual source that is foreign to Africans. And this has led them to be uprooted from their spiritual roots. So the main focus this year was to realign people with their authentic spiritual identity. They know who they are, and that is African indigenous spirituality.
And interestingly, you know, Inaba or mountain has a ring symbolism with a connection to one's roots and spirituality. And this is also at a time where there are conversations about, for instance, the saying in isiZulu that asibuyisele emasisweni, let's take it back to grassroots. So through the connection between Inaba and indigenous spirituality, just give us a breakdown of that as to what is the connection.
Yeah, first of all, in nature, in spirituality, we revere nature a lot. There are many places within nature that have spiritual symbolism, and mountain is one of them. And mountain is more connected to what we call it, why they say is Tuna, the one who sent, is the one who's sent by the Creator, who connects us to the Creator. And they would normally dwell within mountains or have high energy on mountains. And that's why we go there then to connect first with uZwi. I want to correct that because in African spirituality, unlike religion, where humans connect direct with God, we don't. We direct with our spiritual beings, uZwi, and then they connect us. So that is why I said in the beginning that there is spiritual significance. My guide showed me to go there. Anamantupa prophesied and she used to use. So there's spiritual guides there whom we go to connect with, and they connect us with our Creator. So that's why the energy is higher there. And when we go there, we feel fulfilled and we come back stronger.
And we've seen a spate of violence in the country, of course, and many people tie this in with the moral fiber of the country. And let's talk about just how important is African teachings and such pilgrimages to rebuilding Ubuntu and morality of the people of the country.
I don't want to go on with the moral fiber of our society today. It will take me the whole day, and it's very devastating. African indigenous spirituality, remember, it connects us with our ancient teachings. And it's the only solution today that can help us to deal with these issues that we are having within our community. As you spoke about Ubuntu, I've spoken several, even here on TV, that Ubuntu does not come from tradition, does not come from politics, does not come from academia, but it comes from African spiritual teachings. So through those teachings, then we are able then to reroute our people to go back and have Ubuntu. I want to quickly throw in something here. Even our trip now, we had issues with transport in this country, with some taxis that we faced. Not all, some they were understanding. There was one in Umtata that was not understanding. You know, they normally want you to mix taxis and buses. They did not want. They were forcing us to use only taxis, which our members don't like. They are unsafe. And there were threats. It had to go to court. We are in court as we speak now because they're forcing, and threats were made. Blood will be shed. How can an African business began by Africans that we should be proud of, but it's full of blood? It's because of people have lost these teachings. They've lost Ubuntu. They've lost the teachings that, yes, it's a business, but take care of people, the safety of people and the love of people. So, yeah, Clocolan, it's a bad situation that we are facing. And only through these teachings we can reroute our people, and then we can have a better society and better communities.
And let's speak about those sort of conversations we should be having, because I'd assume that it would also take a certain level of having open, but not just open, but honest conversations as well on basic principles and values of Ubuntu.
Yeah, I am because you are. Those are the basic teachings. And I think another thing that I need to throw in there again is that when we lose the spirituality of things, because this message today is overplayed. You know, politicians are busy talking about it, everybody, when especially people when they travel abroad. But you can't talk about Ubuntu and you lose the foundation of the teaching. That is its spirituality. You know, I can have good words and talk about Ubuntu. I am because you are. I can never mean it if I lost the spiritual foundation that gives life and essence to I am because you are. So for me, what is being lost here, these messages, it's what gave them life. I can say to you, I am because you are, and then after that I threaten and I kill you. What good does it matter? I can say I am because you are, but yet I govern you wrong. So, but only when I follow the essence, which is the spirituality, then I start meaning. Those words have meaning in me. I'm not saying it by word, but they come from deep down inside of me. So the spirituality is lost within these things.
All right, that was Imboni Dr. uZwi-Lezwe Radebe, the founder and spiritual guide of the Revelation Spiritual Home. Thanks very much indeed for your insights there.